I mean, I got the service contract and the chemical package pre-agreed going in, and we delivered the car on the counter at the restaurant that night. Now here's the kicker. I didn't need to do any of that. I could have just delivered him. He wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad. He'd had all those late payments, but they were all up to date. I mean, I could have delivered him. That credit interview was more show business than taking because he comes in with this attitude. I had to take that attitude off of him. You follow what I'm saying? And you know what? When the CSI report came out, who do you think he mentioned by name? Me and Fambo. Okay, so 6 years ago, I'm doing a seminar in Atlantic City, and I'm doing a finance seminar. Got about 40 people, and a little bigger than this one. And they got a guy there named George Obrachta. You know George? You know George Obrachta. Well, George Obrachta was Fambo's replacement, Ray Lax. So George Obrachta is in the audience, and I'm telling this story, and George Obrachta walks up to the front of the room and gives me his cell phone. I said, "What's this?" He said, "Talk to this guy." "Hello?" "Hey, Jim, Joe Fambo." "Fambo, how you doing?" He said, "Do you remember the deal?" I said, "Shit, I was just talking about it. Remember the deal? I teach that deal at every seminar." The little guy with the boat shoes and the glasses on top of his head, yeah. Well, Fambo died shortly thereafter with cancer, but that was one of the highlights of his life and career. I mean, fun stuff. Ask Obrachta about that story. You know George? No. No? It used to be a little different. I'm going to tell you a story, but we've got a break coming up here in a minute, but I'm going to tell you a story about the oak leaf machine. Does anybody know what an oak leaf machine was? Okay, when F&I first started, there were several F&I computers. I mean, computers that only did F&I. There was no such thing as a DMS. I'm talking the early 80s. There was the Wang machine, the oak leaf machine, and the coin machine. Coin computers, oak leaf computers, and Wang computers. You heard of those? Those are the three computers that did F&I. Now, the oak leaf was kind of special. The oak leaf had a big green screen on it, and all the letters on it were white. And it took 45 seconds to compute a payment. I mean, you had to sit there and watch the white dot bouncing in the center of the screen. So I would get the Dawg in there, the person with the poor credit. "What's my payment?" "Watch the white dot, William. It'll turn into your payment." So I got William sitting there watching that white dot, and that white dot's taking 45 seconds. And the white dot goes, whoosh, $380. I can't afford that. I can't afford that. I said, "No, William, the people at Ford Credit have college educations knowing what you can afford." That would not be on the screen if you could not afford it. "Well, they're wrong. I can't afford that." "Well, let me recompute it one time." So I hit the button again. "Watch the white dot, William." "I can't afford that. They're wrong. I can't afford that." "Now, William, I'll call them up, but they're going to be upset." So I pick up my phone and I call the ladies in the back office at the dealership. "Hello, Miss Jenkins, Jim Ziegler, Banner Ford." "Ziegler, you screwing another customer? I ain't got time for this shit." "Yes, ma'am, my family's doing well, thank you for asking." "Now, damn it, Ziegler, I've got work to do." "Yes, ma'am, I've got William Jenkins. We're on port number 6, screen number 8. "Damn it, Ziegler." "Yes, ma'am, thank you." Yeah, that's right, William Jenkins, you got it? "Okay, now, William says that you have miscomputed his payment." No, ma'am, he's not being disrespectful. No, ma'am, he's a pretty nice guy. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. "Ma'am, I'm going to put you right into the computer. Hang on one second. I'm going to put you into the computer." So I put the phone on hold, and I leaned over to the air vent in the side of the screen. Okay, Miss Jennings, let's recompute William's payment. William, she's working on it. Watch the dot. She's wrong. Tell her she's wrong. I can't afford that. Miss Jennings, William thinks you made a mistake. Would you do one more time, please? Watch the dot, William. She's working for you. He jumps up. Look, bitch, I said I cannot afford that payment. I said, that's a lady you're talking to. That's a lady you're talking to. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. He starts now I got him apologizing to the computer, right? Now he's apologizing. I said, Miss Jennings, let's try to help William out here. Let's compute that payment one more time. So there was a button on the oak leaf. You could go minus half a point, plus half a point. And I hit the minus half a percentage twice. That took the rate down 1 whole percent. Watch the dot, William. She's working for you. 305. I could do that. I could do that. Thank you, man. Thank you. I could do that. Miss Jennings, William's been such a nice sport. Let's give him a service contract and some credit insurance. Now, you really cannot do that today. I was just teaching you what not to do. What are you getting out of this class so far today, the serious part of it?
A lot of good stuff.
Are you?
Yes, absolutely. There's plenty of word tracks. I didn't know about the bump in the credit score that you can, within 24 hours, I thought you had to wait for it to report.
No.
So that's strong.
Now, you can't always do it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you you're going to do it a lot, but when you can do it, you're going to recognize it.